Welcome back to The Grind. In this video, I wanted to share some tips and tricks to help you manipulate the AI to take control of any fight that you go into in Marvel Contest of Champions. Now, in particular, we are going to be focusing in on the Alliance Quest Apocalypse boss, which if you block every Sp1, you're going to end up taking a ton of block damage and have to stop the fight or die early on. Now, I love Guillotine 99 and Corvus because you can just time out and then start the fight again without having to worry. But some of the tricks we're going to talk about are holding block to discourage the opponent from throwing a special attack, as well as baiting out heavy attacks without having to take blocked hits. Because in this situation, we cannot parry Apocalypse, so we have to find ways to discourage that. And if we take a blocked hit, he is going to stun us, and so we can't take any blocked hits and we cannot parry. So how do you bait a heavy attack without taking blocked hits? Well, you attack into the block and then hold block very briefly, and as they go to throw a heavy attack to break your block, you just dash back and counter after their heavy attack. And I have another video that talks about this and I'll link it as well, but this allows you to get an in on the opponent without having to block or parry. Now, if you do happen to let him throw a special one, I recommend parrying the first hit, blocking the second hit, and evading the last hit, and it helps to reduce significantly the amount of damage that you will take. Now, to discourage him from throwing a special attack, you want to end your combos early with a 4-hit combo and hold block. This will discourage the opponent from throwing a special attack and kind of transitions you into the baiting a heavy attack portion of this video. And you do have to be prepared because sometimes they will still throw special attacks even though you're doing these techniques. But for me, I'm way more capable of evading Apocalypse's special 2, and I find that it is a lot easier as long as you can get the spacing correct. And so I can do this now almost 100% of the time, which means that I can significantly reduce the amount of block damage through a fight if I don't have to block special ones. So that's why I'm trying to prevent him from throwing special ones, and I'm trying to use my special attack 2 to push him up over 2 bars of power in certain situations as well. Now, I do the same thing with Corvus, but it's a little more challenging because you ideally don't want to do multiple hit combos with Corvus, but sometimes in order to get him over to 2 bars of power, I will throw in some extra hits and then hold block like I typically do, and this will allow me to push him up to 2 bars of power more easily, and then I can build up to 2 bars of power myself before he has another special attack, and then I can throw off a special 2, again pushing him over another 2 bars of power and not having to worry about the special 1. And then I can continue to deal a little bit more damage after the fact with whatever glaive charges I have remaining. And because he crits through blocks, if you do want to, you can just work on attacking into the block to get off a little more damage while you're waiting for the timeout. Now, this is not a perfect method. You cannot guarantee that it works every single time. As you can see here, I'm trying multiple times to bait out a heavy attack, but the more you do this, the more comfortable you will get reacting to whatever is happening until it does work successfully. And once you are more comfortable with this technique, it makes a lot of different situations and problem fights much more easy to deal with because you aren't relying 100% on parrying or blocked hits to get your ins. And there are several champions out there that I really don't want to deal with their special 1 if I don't have to, so I'll use these techniques just to push them up to 2 bars of power in order to do that. So I really do hope this video is helpful. I hope you learned something, and I hope to see you in the next video.